You can't go outside, Momo. I think it's raining. Take him out. Walk. Good morning, ladies. We're just getting started here, getting Jeannie set up, making sure that everything is as it should be. Oops. Let's make sure we're live on YouTube.
One of them is a kimberbell silky side.
Suffered a heart attack. That sounds awful. What happened, Kathy?
Okay. It shows in stock. Do you know when I need it? So I just wait. Yeah, it shows. And when I ordered it, it had shown in stock too. I'm just looking at my shopping cart right now.
It's probably either totally dry or thread locked. I wouldn't be too worried about it. We'll get it fixed for you.
Okay, well, can I check one more thing? Because I actually have to jump on a live feed. The other one I want to make sure is it's MAS8245-WW. It's the kimberbell white cherries. I think I ordered that too. Yeah. Okay.
We're literally turning machines back in about 24 to 36 hours, Kathy, like a day or a day and a half.
Because the white cherries show in stock too, but that's not in stock. The white cherries. MAS8245-WW. It is allocated because I need it, but I don't know if I have a. Okay. Yeah. Can I check two other things to make sure, because I ordered stuff before and I had somebody send me my back orders, and then when I ordered it I got two, which I go did I not see it? But can I check to see if these are on back order before I order them? I have NAS 8249-G. G as a girl. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just order that online. The other one is 8249-Q. That isn't. So I'm gonna get rid of the cherries because that's been ordered, and I'll get rid of the berries, and then I'll just put my order through. And yeah, if they can send me whatever I have because I'm trying to do that Liberty pill. I'm trying to do kits for that, and I will. And so, do you have any idea when you're gonna have that the wild berry? Got it. Got it. Yeah, absolutely. So, I totally get it. I mean, we're all dealing with the same thing. So I'm gonna just put this order through right now, and I don't know. Can you look for it and see if they can just send me everything out that they have? Awesome. Thank you so much, Tanya. Have a great day. Okay, and I just placed this order. Thanks. Bye. How are we? Are we ready to go?
Yeah, you just dropped some.
Oh, I need that.
You just dropped this.
Before Momo runs off with it, that's important. Can you,
turn this around for
Yeah.
you? Yeah, already on it. There you go.
Good morning. Oh, look, all the ladies are here.
Yeah, they were listening.
Were you listening? That I had ordered some stuff that I need for some kits, and it showed us in stock. And now it's out of stock, and then they said it's a glitch in their system. So, just the usual shenanigans. So I've got Miss Gail here and Kathy.
Can I ask a
Wait, are
question?
we in the sew along, or is this in?
There's a link to sew along. You're in Facebook. You're on YouTube.
But you didn't put it because you can't do that. There's a link. I got it.
Do you know where the shipping tape is?
I don't use it. Miss Joanne Patterson, Miss Audrey, good morning. I think we have, another minute, and then we'll get started. Where's my clock? Is there a clock on that thing? I don't see any clock.
It's 9:59.
So we're going to start with, just so you can get ready if you want to get ready, the last thing we needed to do, and hopefully you ladies I really like these sew-alongs because I could not keep up and then work on something else or not work on anything. So I love the sew-alongs because they keep me in check. So like last night, kids had prom on, was it Saturday night? So I actually left the store early, and we had Kai didn't tell us until Tuesday he was going. Keep in mind, he didn't have a suit. He didn't have a reservation anywhere. He didn't have anything. And then they don't have anything to do. So we said, okay, you guys could have friends over. So, and this was such a great group of kids. My daughter goes, it's going to be all the goody goodies. And I think it really was. It was all the goody goodies. One of the kids goes, oh, it's going to... Anyways, I don't even need to say it, but it was a really good group of kids, but they stayed until 3 a.m. And they were super respectful, super nice, super clean, like nothing got destroyed. Violet left because she went to sleep over at a friend's house, and they picked somebody else up from another party. And one of the girls... there was a girl throwing up on the front porch, and then as she was walking in, they said, watch out because somebody puked right there in front of the door. So that was not the kind of party we were having at our house. Yeah, it was just super nice. Anyways, this is row 4. So I finished putting this together last night. I finished actually stitching out because I still had to do this one. And then I put it all together, and it is super sweet. And then this is row 3. And these were the 2 rows that I finished up because I needed to finish up my boots. I finished up these boots. I haven't put my buckles on, but I'm super excited to do that because it's the little things that make it. And then I put it all together. I worked on the grass. So I didn't quilt the grass yet because I thought I would quilt the grass with the rest of our strips today. So this is going to be the grass, and I did that. And all of these are recorded videos. They're all on YouTube, and they're all also on Facebook in the Sew Along group. There are links to it. So you should be able to find all of that. And then these were the other 2 that we finished. This is going to be row 1. We're getting close, ladies. And this is going to be row 2, which personally I think is my favorite row because I love the mushrooms. And I was talking to somebody that said they've seen where people have added things. So they've put like little gnomes. They've so you can, this could be a springboard for you, and you can take it to whatever heights you want. But I love it. This is probably one of my favorite quilts that we've done. Although I really am looking forward to spring showers. Not spring showers, cup of chair. I think that's going to be amazing too. But we are going to stitch out the orange peels. So our agenda for today, and we're just kind of sticking to the main agenda I sent you in the very beginning. We're going to do the 4 orange peels. I'm going to do them 2 at a time in the 6x10 hoop. And after talking to Miss Anna Crew, I think what we're going to do is we are going to group, but this is going to be new and different for some of you who've never done it before. But we are going to put in our quilting design, color group those, and then we're going to go back and add the orange peels. Color group those, throw away the quilting, and then we'll do that all at once. Then we're going to work on the sashing, inner border, outer border, and the grass. So let's get started. I'm going to be working, I should keep that close at hand. I'm going to be working in my 6x10 hoop. And I'm going to do, like I said, 2 of those orange peels at once. So I still am using the muslin as my stabilizer. So I'm going to go ahead and hoop that up. Any questions, ladies? Patrick goes this morning, and you should have seen me jump. But because I was so exhausted from Saturday night, and I didn't. Saturday night, Patrick and I probably went to bed at like 3 o'clock because we stayed in our room, but we wanted to hear and just be available in case anything was going on with the kids. Kai at one point came in and he was like, I'm really tired. Can I just kick everyone out? So Patrick went down and said, if you want to spend the night, you can spend the night. If you're going to leave, we can get you a ride if you need a ride. Or, and then everyone just kind of started leaving. But Kai was so tired, I saw him, and he could barely keep his eyes open. And he's so cute. He said to me later, and he's like, Mom, I was patrolling. He goes, I was walking around and making sure nobody was doing anything they shouldn't be doing. And we had some parents over, too. And so we had a cooler with some beer in it for the parents. And we told the kids, we were like, this is not for you. And we went out the next day. Nobody had touched anything. That's what you get when you have a party for goody goodies. They're all my little goody goodies. Love them. Okay. So I'm hooked up. These are and I sectioned these out. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter. You should have 4 sets of these. But here's my 1 and 2. What you're going to need is, this is your applique fabric. Your batting should be 5x5, and your background should have shape flex on the back. So you should have all of that. And I'll talk about the other stuff that you should have prepped. So if you don't have it prepped, usually I do a supply list, but this year I have not been able to, just because I've had too many other things going on. So I apologize. Maybe I can pull it together for the other one. But I mean, basically you just have to look at the agenda and get your stuff ready according to the agenda and the spreadsheet. Alrighty. Let me move the computer so I can watch comments. Whoop. So, orange peels. I'm going to go ahead and slide this on. And then I had the thread set at the store, of course, and forgot it there. So I had to pull random colors. I love thread sets. This is my first time. I've always just used whatever random thread I had, and I think I will never do that again. I will always get the thread set. Okay, here is my pocket we're going to go in here, and if you look at your spreadsheet, any questions? We doing okay, ladies? We're going to do orange peel. So our quilting design is plant 2. Our final cut size is 4x4, our batting. We're going to do 2 at a time in the 6x10. So let's go ahead and pull up our quilting design. So let's go spring shower. And listen, we have people on different machines, different makers. I am catering this towards the Baby Lock and Brother machines because that is what we carry in our store. So you might have to do yours a little bit differently than what I'm doing here. So we're going to look for plant 2. That's our quilting design. Here it is right here. So plant 2, embroidery. And, you know, just so you know, block by block means you're going to be adding your batting and all of those placement lines. Clear blue tiles, it's just the design. So that's the difference between the two. So let's go block by block because we do want to add our batting. And we are looking for 4x4. Did I pass it? Here we go. I'm going to hit set. I want you to choose your hoop size too. So for me, I can go up here to my settings. I've already chosen mine, the 6x10, which is really 6 1/4 by 10 1/4. Mine has been chosen. I'm going to say okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and scoot that design all the way up. So I'm going to go edit. I'm going to hit my move key. I'm not going to use my finger because I don't want it to go left or right. And I'm going to go straight up. You have that outline of your 6x10 hoops, so you know how far you can go. You don't want to go outside of that line. You can go right to the line. And I'm going to say, okay, we're going to do 2 at a time. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to create a copy. This is my copy right here. So I'm going to hit that. That way I don't have to go add spring showers and find the design. I can just hit one button. Now, I'm not going to move it with my finger because I could move the one underneath it. So I'm going to hit my move key. I'm going to hit the center button. Takes that newest design to center, and this one I'm going to move down. You want to leave a little bit of space in between the two, but you don't have to move it all the way down. I'm just going to move it right to there. Our quilting designs are done. We're going to do this in 2 steps. We're going to do our placing of our batting, our backing, and do the quilting, and then we're going to come back. The reason we can't add our design, our orange peel design, you cannot color group if your designs are overlapping or touching. So if I put my orange peel on top of my quilting design, it will not let me color group. So we're gonna do this first. Everyone ready? This is how I'm doing it. Miss Anna, do you approve? This is what I was talking with Anna about. We're going to do this, and then we will come back and we will add the orange peel, but this is going to allow us to color group and do this, all of this all together. And it should save us some time. Okay, I'm going to go ahead. Hopefully you're not too confused. If you don't have the option of color grouping, you can do these one at a time and just sew along with us. So I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to hit embroidery. And the first thing it's going to do, and I would go ahead and pick the color that you're going to use for your quilting. I'm just going to do mine in a cream. So let me grab my cream thread, and I'm just going to use that for everything. So I'm going to grab this. Let me put this in. Threading up. Where's my trash can? It was garbage day today, so I grabbed my trash can. And first thing it's going to do, it's going to do both. Did I hit my color grouping button? No, I didn't. This is my color grouping button, and you're going to have this feature if you have like a Destiny, a Dream Machine, Altair, Stellaire. I think all of those have color grouping. So I'm going to hit this, and if you look at my progress bar, this shows you all the applique and then the quilting, all the applique and the quilting. I'm going to hit this, and now it does all the applique together and all the quilting all at once. So once you finish a step, to me it's like twins. Once you're done with diapers, you're done with diapers. Okay. That's my placement stitch for my batting. Grab 2 pieces of batting from your fabric kit, your little fabric. So here's one of them, and you're spraying the bumpy side. Might as well spray your background fabric too. This is your background fabric. I was so sad because I left my, I brought my spray tent to the store because I was stitching at the store, and I forgot it there. Whoop. I sprayed the wrong side on this one, but it's okay. The bumpy side is the side you spray. Okay, now it's going to do the tack down. So there's more than one way to do everything. Well, maybe not everything, but a lot of the things that we do, there's more than one way of doing it. So this is our tack down, then we're going to trim. Once we finish these, it's really important that you don't throw your design away, because we need what is currently up here to place our orange peel. So if you get done before me, do not hit the home button to clear your screen. You need to make sure that this stays on your screen. Okay, let's go ahead and trim. And you ladies are experienced at this point. If you don't want to do it this way, you don't have to. If you don't have the color grouping feature, then you're just going to go ahead and just do one at a time, follow the instructions. This is just our little sew along so that we can sew together. And if you don't know these features, then you can learn them. I was talking to one of the gals doing the sew along with us, and she had never used the duplicate button to make a copy, your copy button. And I was like, she's like, I learned this and I learned this. I was so excited because I love it if you do something different that you didn't know you could do that makes your life easier, makes your embroidery better. Okay, if you haven't done so already, I want you to go ahead and spray. Well, I've been told I'm a fast Stitcher. I'm not making, but love watching the videos. Oh, yay. Thanks, Miss Cheryl. I already sprayed mine. I am not doing my placement stitch for the background. I usually just skip that. What I do is, here's my background fabric. I'm going to fold it in quarters. I'm a creature of habit. And then that gives me my center of my fabric. And I usually point to it. I put my finger right on the center. And it doesn't have to be like the center, because you usually have about an inch of excess fabric. And you know what I'm going to do, just so it doesn't overlap this, where this is getting trimmed down right around the batting, so I can see where my batting is. I'm going to move it up just a little bit. I'll have a little more excess up there, not a big deal. All of that is going to get cut off anyways. That way they're not overlapping. And then this one, I can see where the stitch, the outline stitch is going to be. I'm going to put that probably about 1/4 of an inch away, and then fold it down on this one. And then I don't have to worry about those getting stitched in. And we're ready to go. So now it's going to do the tack down. And then it's going to do the quilting, and we're done. We can add our orange peel. That way, especially if you're changing out your threads, you do it half as many times. All right, I'm going to hit start, and it's going to go ahead and do the little mushroom stitching, and then we're ready to do our, then we're ready to place our design. Oh, sorry. You know what it did? I forgot to actually skip the step. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to fast forward because it's doing the tack down. I'm going to fast forward through that one, and there it is. It's going to do the quilting. Sorry about that. How cute are those? And just make sure you didn't place your fabric inside the stitch line of the other block. When we cut it, we can cut right down the middle, because like I said, we're trimming right around that tack down. That is really cute. And because we color grouped, after it's done with this, it's going to come over here and it's going to do the quilting on this piece. Okay, now we have to add the orange peel design. And remember, do not start over because you need to be able to place it directly over the ones that we just did. So what we're going to do, let me get my camera set. There we go. Better angle. We are going to hit OK. If you see that screen, we're going to hit return to take us to the previous screen so we can add. So I'm going to hit return. I'm going to hit add. I'm going to go to my pocket, USB, spring showers, and my designs. And I'm looking for my orange peel design, which is right here. I'm going to go ahead and set it. And do not use your finger because you don't want it to go left or right at all. We're just going to go to edit, move. You can see that it's moving to this one because there's your little crosshairs there. I'm just going to use my arrow and move it up. And you want it to be directly a square and a square. So not lined up with the outer square, but lined up with the inner square. And here I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you can see. Maybe we'll zoom out a little bit. There. So I'm moving it up. Oops. Moving it down. There. And I'm square in my square. Okay, here, I'll move it again. I'm going to center it where it came in. I'm just going to move it straight up. And I'm inside my square. All right, I'm going to say okay to that. That one's done. I'm going to create a copy of this so I don't have to go back to add. So I know that it has the little red dots just on this orange peel. I'm just going to hit this button here, which is going to give me another one. It's not, it always brings it in a little bit to the right and down. So I'm going to go back to my move key. I use this all the time. My center button. So now I'm centered and I'm going to just bring it straight down to be over the quilting of the other one that we did. Square and a square. There we go. And I'm going to say okay. I'm going to go back to 100%. If you don't have that feature, you don't have it, don't worry about it. And now that I have it placed, and I know that when we go to the other screen to stitch it, and it's going to be directly over this, you've got to get rid of the quilting designs because you can't color group, and it's going to want you to go through all the steps of the quilting design. So we need to use our select button. Do not use your finger because you could move these by accident, and you want to get to the mushroom quilting below them. So I'm going to hit my select button to the right, and I can tell that's going to be the quilting design underneath my orange peel. Those circles are outside of my orange peel design, and I'm just going to hit delete. Delete's going to get rid of that. There we go, and I'm left with just my orange peel. That's exactly what I want. Now it automatically went to